Alright, so in this video we are going to start out by adding a section to the comment section so we can use the WYSWIG editor. So first of all, let's temporarily start out with the fully functional one, and then afterwards let's add in the least functional one. So we call this route view.post, which is basically when you view the blog post. So inside here, let's add in a media object as a placeholder data till we get the actual data. We have just a standard bootstrap media object with a background white, some box shadow, and a padding of 3 pixels on each side. Then we have a placeholder image, just to have some image in there. And then we have some text generated randomly from the bootstrap side. So what we can do now is we can say editor, which then will render the Queue.js editor. Alright, great. So another thing I want to do is, because I actually realized I prefer to design without background color, but instead with a padding. So let's say padding 45 pixels. And I'm just making sure that npm watch will compile this. Then if we now go in here, we should have a result like this. Of course we want to go down and make this smaller. So what we can do there is we can go ahead and give it a height of, let's say, 300 pixels. Maybe you want it smaller or bigger, but here you go. And what we then have here is our comment. So the idea here is we have username here, and then we have the context here. So we can, for example, just go in and see how it would look like if we go in and say B, like that. Okay, good. And we can then go in and add in different kind of stylings if we want to. So what I want to do now is inside app.blade.php, I want to remove this, and then I would like to make another conditional statement up here. I actually just continue, instead of saying endif, I will say else if. If this is true, then we will load in the smaller version of Queue.js. Okay, great. So let's see, we want to have code block. We want to have stripe. We don't want to have headings. We want to have lists. We don't want to have script. Super. No, don't want this. Let's get rid of this one too. And let's get rid of the different font sizes, the different headers, the color and background color, and the font and the align. And so this is actually pretty good. So this is what we want to work with, and just to test that it all works, let's go in and say like this. Then let's go in and put in some code here. Let's, for example, say div id app. Now if this doesn't work, it's because we haven't added support in for exactly to be our HTML. So we can just do that where we load in highlight.js. That's not really difficult to do that, so that's gonna be very easy. If you want to do that with code block, I can show you how to do that in another video. But the point is, now we have the opportunity to actually add in like the style for the comment. Now we just need the button, which we will place inside here, and we will go in and put this to a route, but let's do that later, just a moment. So let's say input type bottom value submit class btn success, no, let's say primary. And let's say margin top of 3. And one last thing I want to do here is I want to say if you're a guest, you will not see anything here, but in the case you're logged in, you will be able to comment. So now let's go in and check that this worked, just to be sure. Great. So now you're able to post in a comment if you are logged in. If you're not logged in, you will just see the comment section here. Again, so this is some style we also need to do. We need to basically, we can do the fact that we can go in and put this inside a media query. So there's a media max width, no minimum width of okay, let's see if they have anything here. Okay, so they don't have it there. So let's say minimum width of 760 pixels. What I would recommend is we just go in and see if we can find it inside the Bootstrap, see if they have any media query classes. So if we go in here, the reason why I would do this is because then it will be the same as the styling if you have any variables there. So let's go in here and let's go in and search for media query, responsive breakpoints. So instead, let's try this one. See if it's included in the default Laravel Bootstrap, otherwise this will give an error, and this is something you can implement yourself. If it doesn't work, we will just stick with this. So let's go in and see what happens now. Okay, because it's down, we want up. So we basically would say everything from breakpoint medium and upwards would then have a padding. Okay, great. And what we can do now is as well put in margin top 3. Or we can actually let's do that as default. So let's say comment section margin top 3 pixels. And then let's put this like there. Or we can actually try something different. Let's say that's to padding 5 pixels instead. I think that would actually be a more ideal one, and then it would be all written here inside the media query. Just waiting for it to compile, and that should be great. Let's just check that it's in here. Good. I will put it up to 10 pixels, and then that should actually be it for the styling of the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next one.